So, The Wailing, finally not a zombie film. It's a film about a virus that like changes human skin and easily gets infected throughout bites and makes people kill other people. Fuck. It's another zombie film. No. First of all, this film is 2.5 hours long, which should be illegal. I remember those beautiful days where a film was like 1.5 hours, and anything longer is basically made into a show. So it's definitely horror, but it's like on a more comedy aspect, and I don't know if it's made on purpose, but there is so many jokes that at sometimes it feels like it's too goofy. But like the jokes that land are pretty good. The film follows this police officer and finally a character where it feels realistic, like it has flaws. At sometimes he's scared and brave, smart and stupid at the same time. The first scene that we see is him getting up in the middle of the night because he got a call that someone died. So he rushes to investigate but gets stopped by his wife to eat breakfast. You can skip a breakfast because of a homicide, you know. But no, he literally waits until the morning because last scene we saw it was in the middle of the night. Hella dark. Now it's like eating with child and mother breakfast. So he waited hours to eat food. So I can't blame the guy, you know, you can't see dead people on an empty stomach. So the first death happens quickly in the film, and like if the viewer doesn't know anything about the film, they're led to believe that it's just a crazy dude drunk killed his wife, stabbed her 20 times. That's messed up. But I really hate this aspect of the film. Like there is a ritual cult kind of thing to this film, and I really hated it. Just make a normal virus infection kind of thing, not like some weird like cult thing. So now there's a guy in the woods hunting, and he just goofily falls over and tumbles and hit his head. And he wakes up seeing the infected one, which I won't call it a zombie, it's an infected one because I'm done with zombie films. He looks very good, like the bloodshot eyes and like the blood over his mouth. Just very simple, but looks very creepy. But then he just like vanishes and reappears next to him. So the officers start creating this theory that everything started when a Japanese man arrived. So he's instantly introduced as the villain, you know, some mysterious man, but probably he's like the evil mastermind. But their conversation is cut by just them panicking and screaming. And it reminds me of those videos where like a person would pretend they saw like a mouse or a snake and start panicking, and they would see like the other person's reaction, but it's just a naked woman watching them from outside, and she just quickly disappears. The next night there is another accident happened, a house burned down, and when the main guy arrives to investigate what happened, there is like a crazy burnt lady running around with like there's civilians, paramedics, and just so many officers, but only one is chasing that woman. And two of them attack the main guy, and the officers do nothing. Even this guy comments, how freaking dare you? I didn't see you doing anything when he got attacked. And later in the station, he gets like bullied over like this thing. Even though he was assaulted by two people. So he puts together that it's the same woman that was naked and bloody watching them one night, and then the other burned down house, and it's like added as like a super plot twist moment where it's like, yeah, logically, probably, it's like can't be more than two crazy people running around the town. It's a small town, so it's like. So at this point, the movie just keeps on adding plot points and ideas because one lady hangs herself, and she becomes like one of the main suspects in killing the people that the house burned down. Just stop adding ideas and focus on the things that we have and progress them, please. And plus, the Japanese man raped a girl. Why is that in the movie? Like, I am maybe just a rumor that people, just a unique person arrived at a small town, so everybody started spreading rumors. I have no clue why is that even in the movie. So the main guy is left to just watch the crime scene. I don't know, it's just so that people don't run into the crime scene, are kind of stupid. But this girl starts throwing rocks at him, and she throws them for a while because there's a lot of rocks. You can do something, right? That's kind of dangerous. You can at least like find their parents and be like, hey, could you like control your kid? You're a police officer, do something. But the kid runs into the like crime scene. Dude, you failed at your only job. So there's a new theory. No shit, there's so many new shit added. So that the Japanese man is actually a ghost. And you only see him when you're like close to death. So the main guy saw him when two women attacked him, but the girl just vanishes and he goes to look for her, but instead he finds the infected one, and he like starts panicking, screaming like a little girl while the zombie is wobbling. You're supposed to have a gun, if not a gun, like a spray or like baton, something, do something. But then he like almost gets bitten. He wakes up before getting bit, and I am confused because it's not a dream, because he, before getting attacked, he had a conversation, he on the phone, he had a conversation, and the conversation gets quoted later in the movie. So that definitely happened. That means the attack probably happened as well. But how did he like survive and appear at his home sleeping? So now the main guy goes to interview the guy that got attacked in the woods, and he asks a question: where is the like monster's address? What? I know it's a joke, but like he asks, where does he live? Like, bruh, he saw him like eating a deer in the middle of the woods. He's not living there. But they go there and like they perfectly find the location. But of course he's not chilling just there eating again. But it starts raining, and the guy that was attacked previously starts panicking like crazy. Understandable, because they just want to go see the vampire monster thing again. But then again he falls over and he says like, you'll be struck by lightning, and then he gets struck by lightning. So yeah, he hasn't had the best week. Look at him wobble. Now the main character finally decides just to go to the Japanese man's house to like talk with him, see what's up, He's not there, so he chooses to like enter the building, and then he sees like everyone's in town pictures and like creepy stuff, and he finds his daughter's shoe. That's a sign that he's probably like, I think that's enough evidence to like lock him up until like the investigation is concluded. But then he comes back and everyone just like is so scared to talk with him. Bro, you're police officers. Just be like serious about it. So now the main character's daughter starts having the heebie-jeebies, and she starts acting like a grumpy old person, like saying all kind of shitty things.
중요냐고. 도대체가 무엇이 중요냐고.
So that's the first symptom, is like being angry at everyone and losing empathy towards people. So the guy just angrily finally, for the second time, goes to talk with the Japanese person, and he's just like talking so much while the person is saying absolutely nothing. Then like the dog attacks, and the Japanese man doesn't do anything to stop that, and the dude in self-defense kills the dog, understandably. And weird shit starts to happen. This goat gets gutted and hanged, and then the main guy gets paralyzed. I don't know why is that interesting to the movie. It adds nothing. So he goes to the doctor, and getting his needle stuck in him, he remembers that you shouldn't supposed to leave the daughter in that condition with a babysitter. So they rush back home and see that she literally stabbed the babysitter. She's still alive. She's okay for now. So they decide to exorcise the demon out of her, but not in the way you think. You thinking in that Christian bullshit of like demon climbing on walls, vomiting, head spinning, and all of that. Nah, this dude is colorful and just starts slapping the shit out of the girl. I don't know how's that gonna work, but she just like gets extremely angry and just faints. And later we cut to blood all over the scene, and I am confused, where did the blood come from? Nothing happened there. The exercise guy is still fine. Whose blood it is? So nothing works, so he decides to fix it with rice. I am not joking. And he spends 10 grand on it. So he does another ritual, and this one is kind of working, but he starts getting way out crazy as hell. Starts cutting chicken, dunking his head into the chicken's blood, dancing. And while this happening, the Japanese man is having the same ritual as well. And it's like a ritual off, like one ritual is countering another one, and it's dealing extra damage to the Japanese man, and he is about to die, but then the main guy stops everything because he is scared that the daughter will like be hurt or something. Bro, what the fuck happened? When I started watching this film, it was about a simple, realistic character, down-to-earth story of a small town virus infection and people dying. And it turned into like demon, ghost, ritual, cult, fiction. But yeah, we're just halfway there, so let's continue. So the Japanese man survives, and it kind of turns into like a ghost hunt. Everyone like gathers pipes and weapons to fight him. Bruh, you're a police officer. Don't you have like better weapons than a pipe? Okay, that is just clearly a zombie. I am very sorry for this. I didn't know there's gonna be a single zombie in this film. I love this scene as like one guy instantly starts beating the shit out of the zombie, and it's like, okay, easy kill, and then the other guy just like stops him to check up on the zombie, and the zombie just bites him. And the scene is actually good. Like, it shows multiple strong and skillful men trying to like kill this with like weapons, and does absolutely no damage to it. But then he's just breaks out of nowhere. I don't know what the hell happened. So the Japanese man was watching everything happen, and then other people notice him, and he starts running, but he's so scared. So I am led to believe that he's actually not the bad guy. Like, you were literally doing ritual demon summoning things, and you're scared of a couple doofuses with like pipes. And at more, the main guy just starts crying out of nowhere. And the Japanese guy starts crying out of nowhere. So, plot twist, a girl is actually the ghost. We saw her only a couple times, but at this point it's like fairly certain it's the ghost because she runs off and the Japanese man starts chasing her, and then the Japanese man just gets yeeted off a cliff into a car where the main squad was driving. They see him, they throw him off the cliff, and they ask no question, how did he appear here? He just fell from like the sky, and they're like, alright, it's God's work. But like, what the fuck is what with the like demon summoning, chicken killing rituals, not talking, being super cryptic, letting your dog attack people? He's dead now, so his daughter is fine. But the movie's not over. The ghost is still out there. The ghost scares off the exorcist by just shitting on his car, and he's like, I'm out of this movie. He just appears later with like phone calls, and that's it. So now the ghost has like a crazy long, like 10-minute conversation with the main character, and whoa, the Japanese man is still alive. I don't know, how did he survive like falling from a cliff, getting hit by a car, then falling from another cliff, and now he's just chilling in his man cave. So actually, the girl was the good guy. She was a ghost. She is a ghost, but she is a good person, and then the Japanese man is actually the devil one. So yeah. And like the main character dies and his wife die and by his daughter. Bruh, at the ending, the movie just lost. I watched it twice. Clearly I misunderstood something, but it's just bullshit. Characters becoming good, bad, good, 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 bad, 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 good. I am confused. Who the hell is who? So yeah, that is what a mess of a film. It had zombies, ghosts, demons, ritual, cults, all of that shit with like goofy comedy. It was still good, but it just felt like they were like brainstorming ideas, and instead of picking like an A plot and then a B plot, they just picked every single idea and just mashed it into a film. I would just rather, and I think everyone would just rather have seen a virus zombie film with like 1.5 hour length than a almost 3 hour long movie with bullshit happening. But still, the film had some like good qualities. Acting was great. The character development, the main guy, I loved him so much. So yeah, if they have sticking with just a virus and the movie would be normal length, I would have loved it. But now it's horrible film. I am sorry. Bye bye.